everyone, it's Kristen. I'm going to show y'all a few foundations that I've been trying like over probably the past year and just kind of give you some thoughts on each one, as well as tell you like my favorite things about each one and things that I didn't like about each one to kind of help you figure out what foundation would be best for you. The first foundation is Make It Forever HD foundation, and this is available at Sephora, and I'm kind of right in between shades. I go from 127 to 128. I do like this foundation. I feel like it photographs really well. It's hydrating, so it's not gonna like dry your skin out, but if you have oily skin, it's still gonna be okay. It's not gonna make you too shiny or anything. You can go anywhere from like a light coverage to a heavy coverage with it, and I always like to apply my foundation with a brush. The MAC 187 is a great brush. And then my very favorite brush, which I've talked about in previous videos, is the Sigma, I think it's F80. It's the flat top foundation brush. But this foundation, I really don't have like any complaints about it really. I just feel like, I don't know, I feel like maybe it doesn't stay on perfectly like throughout the day. You definitely need to touch up just a little bit, but it is probably one of my favorite foundations. I just kind of keep going back and forth with different foundations because I'm like on the search to find the perfect one. But that foundation would be good if you need a lot of coverage, or if you just want like a super light foundation, just something really natural. Either one, any skin type, I mean pretty much anyone can wear that foundation. The next one, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this one out because this is like my favorite one. I feel like it's totally spoiled me as far as other foundations go. I keep comparing everything to this one, and I know it's not fair, but this is like my ultimate like favorite foundation. It's the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-Hour Wear Foundation, and it is this. You can get this at Sephora or on Smashbox.com, and I use the color 2.3. I'm almost completely out of this bottle, so I've used it several times, and I literally cannot say enough good things about it. I talked about it in a previous video, but the best thing about this foundation is that it doesn't dry your skin out. Like most foundations stay on, claim to stay on for so many hours, they dry your skin out. So this one is great because it doesn't dry your skin out, and but yet it stays on. I mean, I feel like I have to cleanse like at least 2 times to get it off. So, and that's after like a long day. I mean, this stuff is like not gonna move at all. It does have SPF 10, which sometimes sunscreen can affect the way that it photographs, but I don't feel like this photographs like really bright or anything like a lot of times with sunscreen, but usually it's the higher up sunscreen like SPF 20 or 25 or 30 or whatever that will photograph a little bit brighter. But I can't say enough good things about this. I use it with my Sigma flat top foundation brush, and it stays on so well, and it's kind of thick, so you can make like a super light coverage if you want, or you can really build it up and make a heavy coverage if you want. It is a hydrating foundation, but if you have oily skin, it's still gonna be fine. I have a friend that has very oily skin, and she's like been wearing it for a while now and swears by it. So it doesn't make her any more oily, and it doesn't make me with dry skin any more dry. So I cannot recommend this foundation enough. It's like the best, I think, on the market, and I've tried so many different ones, and I'll show you all the other ones and what I think about them, but that's definitely like my favorite. Another one that I've used a lot of is the Fresh Umbrian Clay Foundation, and it has an SPF of 20. This you can get at Sephora. I like this foundation a lot. I feel like it's very dewy, and it gives you like a light to medium coverage. I wasn't too sure like exactly how much I liked it in the beginning, but I would try other foundations, and I kept going back to this one, and I really like the finish on it. It's not like a super long wear foundation, but it's really nice. It's just dewy and very natural looking, and it has a lot more natural ingredients in it. So this is another one of my favorites. I also really like the YSL Tint Resist foundation. This one, I love the way it looks when you first put it on. It looks just so smooth and flawless, and it smells so good. It's like rose water or something. I'm not sure. It's just like a really pretty smell. But it's like a light to medium coverage. Love the way it looks, but I feel like, I mean, within 3 hours, I feel like it's like halfway wiped off my face, which is really annoying. This one, the color I was number 7. And I did have to do quite a bit more bronzer with it, but I use self tanner, so my foundations are not all like the same color, so kind of depending on what color my skin is, depends on what foundation I use. But the YSL one is a great foundation. A lot of people love it. I just felt like that it didn't really stay on that well, which if it did, it would be like perfect. I also tried the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation, which is that one. And this one's great too. This one you can get at Sephora too. This gives great coverage, like amazing coverage. And it's really creamy. It's kind of thick, so a little bit goes a long way. I have like a love-hate relationship with this foundation because I like the way that it looks and I love the way that it feels when it goes on. But I feel like after a while, I feel like it doesn't really stay on that well. And it's weird the way it fades off too. I feel like it's more patchy the way it fades off, which drives me crazy. I don't know, so many people love this foundation and I do love it, but I just feel like after a few hours, I don't love it as much as I did when I like first put it on. So I'm still kind of like up in the air about that one. And that's actually good for all skin types. It's a little bit more of a dewy finish, but if you have oily skin, just top it with like a matte powder on top. I also have used the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Foundation. And this foundation is really good. It does stay on very well. The only thing is it's probably better for like more normal to oily skin. I have definitely more normal to dry skin, if not really dry skin. And I felt like I had to use a lot of moisturizer underneath it to kind of balance it out because it's very matte and a little drying. It is oil free, but I just feel like if you have more normal to oily skin, you'd be happier with this foundation than I was. But it does stay on very good. It photographs great. It covers. It's really, really a pretty foundation. The next foundation that I was using, or have used, is this is just a sample of it, but it's the Tarte Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation. It's a brand new foundation they just came out with. I'll show you what it looks like. It's pretty thick. You can see how it's like not even really running. And this color is tan. And I do like this foundation a lot. I feel like if I hadn't tried the Studio Skin Smashbox foundation first, that I would love this foundation. Like this would have been my favorite. But since I've already tried that and I'm totally spoiled by it, then I'm gonna have to go with the Smashbox Studio Skin being my favorite. But this one I do like. I feel like it covers good. I feel like it goes on really smooth, and the best thing about this line Tarte is that they're all natural. So if you are like have acne prone skin or really sensitive skin, this will be a good foundation for you. And by the way, they make a tinted moisturizer too that's great too from the Tarte line. So if you're like a mom and you need something quick, or you have like, you know, a job where you work a lot and you just have a few minutes to put on your foundation or your makeup, then the tinted moisturizer from Tarte will be great for you. But this is their full coverage, so it's going to give you a lot of coverage. I like the Amazonian Clay idea from the Tarte line because it kind of like knows where to hydrate your skin and where to absorb oil, so you can use it no matter what skin type you have, oily, dry, normal, whatever. I do like this a lot. I feel like I can't give it a fair chance because I just keep going back to the Smashbox. Which I know doesn't help y'all that much, but I'm totally spoiled by it. Another foundation that I tried a few times was the Estee Lauder Double Wear foundation, which everyone loves this. This is just a sample. I used the color Pebble, and I did like this, but it's another one of those foundations. If you have dry skin, you probably won't like it. I have very dry skin, and I put a ton of moisturizer underneath, and I felt like it was still just too dry and cakey looking, but I feel like that it would not look that way if you had more oily skin. It does stay on very well. It gives you great coverage. The only thing with this one is I don't know what's in it that made my skin freak out, but after using it like 2 to 3 times, I had all these little bumps like all over my skin. I mean, everywhere, tiny little bumps. They weren't even like breakouts. It was like a reaction or something, like an allergic reaction. So I couldn't really use this more than like 2 or maybe 3 times. I mean, it just almost immediately happened. So, I mean, you can try it. A lot of people wear it. A lot of people love it, but it didn't work with my skin. So that's all of the foundations. I mean, honestly, I promise you, if you tried this Smashbox, you would just, you'll never go back to anything else. I keep like trying to, try new stuff, and I love this stuff. I can't say enough good things about it. If you have trouble with your foundation like slipping off, or you feel like by the end of the day your makeup looks like your face looks like you don't even have makeup on, then this will be a great foundation for you, because it literally will stay put. I mean, no matter what time you put it on and what time you wash your face at night, it will literally stay put until you wash your face. So I would go to Sephora or go online to Smashbox, find your color, and if you go to Sephora, they're really good about giving samples. So just go and have them match your color, take a sample of it, try it a couple times, and then you'll know, whether you like it or not. But like I said, any skin type, normal, dry, oily, whatever, can wear it, and it really stays put. I mean, I've sweat with this on. I've like packed up my makeup kit 20 times and unpacked it and loaded it up and everything, which normally I feel like horrible afterwards because I feel like everything just comes off. And but this stays through anything. I mean, really and truly. So I hope that helped you. I know there's so many different foundations out, and it's really hard to figure out which one you like and which one you don't like, and which one works best for your skin type. But I hope that helped, and if you have any questions, leave them below and I'll answer them. And if you have any ideas for future videos, leave those below. I'm trying to make like a little list of all the videos that I need to do so that everyone gets, what they requested. And please subscribe to my channel. I don't know if it's up this side or this side, but you'll see a little subscription button and you can subscribe, and it'll tell you whenever I post new videos. And then if you don't mind liking this video or sharing this video with your friend, I would really appreciate it. I hope you all have a great day, and thanks so much for watching.